Welcome, welcome, my brothers and my sisters. Whew, excuse me. That was a rough one. Had a ton of rain. Ran a little faster than I typically would like to. PPI came in hotter. No, it wasn't significantly hotter, but it's enough to do damage. I knew it would, as I put on that video this morning. All these things mean something. Why? Because the Fed is looking at every little data. They are not under no one's control. So the market gets spooked. 88K right now, Bitcoin, and your alts will go down further. Almost broke through 88K, getting a little bounce here. You know, the market wanted to peak up initially, but was not able to do that. Your alts taking a dive, right? The things that have momentum, right back in your face. Not going to go back to my old saying of 2 steps forward, 10 steps back, but here's the deal. We're overheated. There's profit taking. But I will say in crypto, if you're new to this, that's how it goes. Right? When people get euphoric, when you believe it's too good to be true, you do get a kick in the nuts. It just happens. And what the most frustrating thing for all of us is your alts that are down, which there's plenty of them. You think they're getting back to where you bought them, and boom, you get a little knock of reality back to you. And to show you how risky this is. And so when the PPI came out this morning, and I recommend everyone paying attention to these financial numbers. They're important to know anyways, if you're an investor or you're a trader, but especially if you're in crypto right now. You have to know these things and understand them somewhat. They're all manipulated, but still need to know them. And I won't give a CPI, PPI unemployment class right now, but we don't want any indication of inflation going back in the wrong direction. Labor market too strong. That will make a pause happen for next month, period. Powell doesn't care what it does to the stock market. Certainly doesn't care about crypto. Monica, good morning. Yeah, Moonwell's a tough one, but don't lose faith. That's how it goes. It pops up, and things get a spike like that. Look at Proppy, what it did. Look, that's how it's going to go, and then they take a big breather. As I mentioned, when things happen like that, Moonwell might not take off again for a day or 2 months. So don't worry about it. The volume is down 9%. These are healthy corrections, and I hate saying that, and I don't like it. Where I want the healthy corrections to happen is when we blast through all of our buys, meaning where we bought it, and get into the profit zone on everything. XRP was gaining a ton of momentum, holding strong at 71 cents for now. But, got up to 75 cents in the right mindset. If this was a few days, ago, probably bid 80, 85 cents and getting some type of support there. But you hate to gain 10, 15% and lose 30, or gain 10% and lose 12% or 10%, That's not why we're here. I mode. Oh, that's looking scary. My surroundings or the market? Market's okay. This is a healthy retracement. It's all on PPI and Fed outlook. And here the problem is, if we hit longs below us, which doesn't look like we're going to right now, and liquidate them, that just drives it down further. And remember the rules in regards to how the market will go. Bitcoin takes a little bit of a crash, $1,000, $2,000, which is a very low percentage. Right now it's down 3%. Your alts will go down 8, 10, 15, 20%. Right now Moonwell's down 18%. You could either buy it there or just wait. Could it go back down to the 3 cent area? Yes, unlikely. Bitcoin would really have to take a dive for Moonwell to do that. It really will. And when you have major sell-offs, you're going to have other alts wake up, right? XRP's been doing okay in this little sell-off the last couple of days. All right, so right now, yeah, another thing to note, crypto, besides us, 98% of crypto investors are fools, and they're wimps, and they get scared, and they jump out quickly. They have no idea how to invest, and they just get scared, and they jump out, and they take their $1,000 profit, their 5% profit, their $100 profit, and get out and wait. You know, that's not the way to do it. The way to do it is DCA and buy more if you believe in it. Now, I've been talking about DCAing since the dawn of time. It does work only if we are bullish, and we're bullish. Okay, and I don't say that lightly. You go back listening to all my streams. I'm a realist. You know, if we thought it was going to be an easy trek up to 100K, that's just not how it works. You know, everything aligns right, though we'll pop up quick, 95K and then some. I don't know what the resistance is going to be at 100K. That's a big mental threshold. So, Monica, have no fear on Moonwell. If anything, it gives you time to get money, to accumulate more if you want, or diversify. I certainly wouldn't be getting out of it. That's me. I mean, I'm not. And I bought some at 7 cents. Should I have waited? I think it'll be okay. I didn't buy a tremendous amount. It brought up my average cost. My average price. You know, it is foolishness that, you know, the sell, we get spooked so easily. I mean, that's the good and the bad about crypto. We go up extreme election or the thoughts. I mean, we started breaking highs with the thought of Trump winning the election. You know, we didn't know if he was going to come out and say, I lied about crypto. And then we break down on a little bit of data. That is crypto. And it's not for the faint-hearted. You have to, if you've lasted, you know, the last few years in this market, you get it. If you're newer to this, you'll be okay. That's why we have this channel. You're going to be all right. Yeah, no worries, Monica. Honestly. That being said, know this. Many cryptos will go to zero eventually. Not now. We're not near there. Unless something catastrophic happened in the world, or, you know, Trump came out and said, like I just said, I lied about crypto and this is what we're doing. That's a different story. Don't see that happening. Now with the cabinet he has in place. Not in the cabinet he has in place. You know, what has done well? Memes, but there is a little retracement back on them a little bit. Sui up a little. I mean, nothing shiny. So it gives you time to just sit on the sidelines, DCA. You know, I don't recommend taking profits. I'm not taking any profits on anything. It's crazy. I haven't been waiting this long to take profits. We have time. We have time. So, as I mentioned, the PPI being a little hotter, and it's just very little. Trust me, these things weigh on the Fed's mind. They take everything into consideration. So I'm hoping unemployment is not looking so incredible that meaning, you know, jobless claims are extremely down month over month, year over year. They should be year over year, but we want a little pain there to offset the tick up in CPI and PPI. CPI was, you know, as expected, but it's still up. Inflation's always up. It's just how they manipulate the CPI and PPI numbers. So those of you listening to later, it's maybe a time to get in. You know, we always say we want to buy when something's low or takes a hit. Oh, I wish I bought in at $10 because it's at $17. And now it's back to $10. Are you buying? Right? We do that. Oh, when Bitcoin hits 20,000, I'm gonna buy 3 Bitcoins. We get to 20,000. Now I'm gonna wait for 15,000. 15,000 comes. I'm gonna wait for 10,000. 10,000 never comes. Back up to 20,000. Oh, if it goes down again, I'm gonna buy it. Goes back to 19. You don't buy it. Next thing you know, it's 25. So what I've learned over the years is you can watch that, but if you want in on something, you got to make a move. So you don't deploy everything. If you have 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 500 to deploy, you do some of it. Do half of it. Do a quarter of it. You don't have to go all in. You can spread it out. But I mean, if you really look at the market, nothing's, in regards to the bigger ones, nothing's taken too bad of a hit. 4% here, 8% on Avalanche, 6% on Injective. It just screws up the momentum. It would be nice to decouple a little bit where Bitcoin takes a little bit of a hit, but the alts go up. That's just not happening. Not at this point. Retail's still not here. Though Coinbase app going up in ranks. Hey Jake, is there still run room for Doge like 50? So yeah, by the end of the month, I don't know. Doge is pretty hot in regards to Elon, and I'm not buying it. Okay. I'm definitely, it's on my watch list. Doge. I'm not a meme guy, but I have my memes in the ready position for Pepe, WIF, and Doge. They're all there. Doge taking a breather right now, I believe, is a decent buy. I'm not in on it. You got to look at the market cap is already 56 billion. I believe if we get into a true bull market, we're in a bull market, but when things start firing up, could it reach a $200 billion market cap? So 4x. Maybe. I would say Lisa, and this is all dependent on Elon, what goes on that. And it's all hype in regards to thinking Elon's going to do this or do that, or he's the Doge master. It could definitely get to my thoughts is $1. But if I truly believe that, I'd be buying it right now. Does that make sense? What I'm saying is I don't fully believe in it. My heart tells me that it can get there. Just with hype, it'll shoot up quickly. Because not only, all retail will jump in. Not institution, but all retail. That will be a lot. But it's not welcoming enough for me. There's other places. I'd rather buy Avalanche where I know it'll move slower, but it'll get there. Okay. But there's room. This month, I'm not the type of guy ever to say we're going to 100K this month. That's just not. Nobody knows. Anyone who says that, you listen to someone like George, it's 100K is too low this month or next month. We don't know. News comes out, changes the whole program. I look at a bigger picture on everything, thinking this is where I'm going to go, where it's going to go, where I'm going to get out at. And the truth is, nobody knows. I certainly don't. What I wouldn't be buying is Shiba. I mean, all these memes are going to go up, but a lot of times they'll front run and then they will die down and money will go to the alt. So just note that. Know when to say when. If you want to get in Doge and you want to sell by, 75, 80 cents, try to do it. Depending on what happens. If there's total hype that comes out and you believe and it blows through 80 cents or 75 cents, hold on, hold tight, see where it lands. And then you can get out, take out money for taxes, take out some profits, jump into something else. or fully get out, whatever you want to do. It's just not the type of cycle. Hi, Mike. For Moonwell, the memes are dominating. Yeah, but that's just, there's always narratives. The narratives run, the memes get people into the market, especially with me. Coinbase is going to list a lot of crap with, their thoughts of SEC changing and it's going to be more favorable. I mean, that's the only reason look at the email Brian Armstrong sent out years ago about Pepe. We will never list it. This is not the market we want. This is, years ago, I don't know, 22, 21, 23, whatever it was. I think it was 22 or 21. They did a whole email on Pepe, and here it is. That tells you they're looking at profits. They want the commissions on fees, and they want that spread. So they're listing it. So memes will get a lot of the love, and it'll take the liquidity out of the alts, which I don't like in the sense of it takes money from the alts, but it does get people in the market. But then if you have foolish people in memes thinking Bonk is going to go to $1 or Pepe is going to go to $1 or Bonk is going to go to a penny, I don't see that. I hope it does. If Bonk goes to a penny, it's like over $200,000 for me. I don't see it happening. I'll be good if it gets to 0.001, I believe. Give me 20 grand. I'll be good with that. We have to have realistic expectations when something has a 45 trillion, 100 trillion, $1 trillion market cap. Sorry, circulating supply. But we don't know what type of cycle is. The alts are going to do amazing. Moonwell's supply is a little higher than I like, but could easily go to $1. Easily. Look at their token supply, 4 billion. XRP's supply, I don't know what it is right now, 35 or 40. Hold on. XRP supply is 56 billion, crazy. And it's at 71 cents. Yes, it's XRP. It's not Moonwell. My point is 4 billion versus 56 billion, and they're at 71 cents. Moonwell can easily go to 71 to $1. No problem. Alts will have their time to shine. You saw it this week. Hey, 777, I have a question. I have $10,000. I want to invest in crypto. Someone told me about Doge. Just curious, your thoughts. Should I invest? Okay. Well, I can't necessarily tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, though I've been in finance forever. Doge, I mean, you got to do what you want with 10K. Doge is this is all speculation. Depends on what you want to do with that 10K. Do you want to double it? Do you want to triple it? Doge is a little riskier. All memes are. Doge is less risky, but it's had a huge run up. There's other plays, and it depends what you're looking to do. You want 20 grand? Do you want to walk away with 20 grand, 100 grand? The riskier you go, the more money you will make or lose. You want something steady, you have Injective, you have Avalanche. I mean, I believe Axelar is going to do very well. I mean, you want to double your money, possibly Ethereum. I wouldn't be doing 10 grand in one thing if that's all I had. You can look at my portfolio videos. I usually talk about them on everything. I'm transparent. Depends on how old you are, your risk tolerance. Because everything can go to zero. Everything can go to a penny. Everything takes a breather. It's not too late to jump into crypto. It's early as hell. And who told you to jump into crypto. Yeah, find it hard to believe that you're new to crypto. All right, let's see. 88,200. We may get into the 87,000 area today. And I'm not sure where the longs are, but if we start liquidating longs, it could get a little ugly. So me personally, I'm not buying anything. I'm not DCAing right now. I'm seeing where it goes. We've had such a run up since last Tuesday, not this Tuesday, last Tuesday, that we're taking a big breather. Stupidly. We want to take breathers, but it's a little early to be taking a big alt breather like we are. That is, it resets the market, gets out some cobwebs, and you make your next leg up, theoretically. Usually happens. There's always a caution there. If I looked at time, it's ripping. You mentioned it. Yeah, I know. Is that funny or what? Yeah, so I mentioned time. The other last week, you know how kind of scammy it is. It's at fucking, excuse my language, $30. I was kind of talked out of it, but I knew it was scammy. I was gonna buy it at $17. It's at $30.72. That's what happens though. You know, I discover these projects and I don't buy them because they look sketchy. The volume at the time was about 100,000, 200,000 a day. It's 6.6 million right now. Their circulating supply, what I went over the other day, which people have been in this a long time, their circulating supply, you just heard me talk about XRP, about their circulating supply. It moves very slowly for many reasons, but part of it is 56 billion. This has a circulating total supply of 710,000. Okay? My gut told me to buy it, and I didn't. Because the CEO, the one who runs the project, is total scammy. Not that I would fully care. I knew I should have thrown in about 5K. I was going to, but you know, it's all right. It may not come back down. It may come back down to 20 some dollars like it did earlier. But it'll move so fast both ways because of 710. Something like this could be $1,000 easily, just because of the tokenomics. If I'll explain it this way, if it got wind, like by Reddit or by all retail or by the meme community, and they got wind of time, and everyone started buying it, it would be at $100 in an hour, because it won't take that much volume to move it. 6 million to move it to double it. It's done. So you keep doing that. I mean, the market cap is 21 million. My point is it could get to, you know, I think the all-time high, I believe, was 400 or something. 446. It could make it there in no time, easily. But there'll be tremendous profit taken along the way. It could be manipulated, is my point. So, yeah, I'm trying not to look at it because it frustrates me a little bit. But I do that all the time. I pick ones. You know, Moonwell was one, right? It worked out. I bought it because I had conviction and I really liked the team. Sometimes I take the gamble. That would have been a total gamble. But when you look into a project and it makes you feel kind of gross and you dislike the team a lot, it's hard for me to buy. That's why I'm not in memes. I'm in bonk. That's it. And I'm up tremendously on it. But yeah, I saw that. That's what I do. I pick a lot of winners that I don't get into, and they go up. Sui. I mean, I could go on forever. A million. And then I pick some losers, and then I pick some winners. So trust me, I pick losers. They end up being winners, but AMP is one of them. I always bring it up. Big loser for me. I'm not selling it, though, so I haven't lost money yet. I'm down a tremendous amount of money on it from last bull run, but shit happens. Vivek 2028. Yeah, we'll see how he does it at his efficiency position. It did look weird. I didn't buy. I was just watching it. Yeah, might as well watch it. It'll run up and then it'll probably, it'll be manipulated in huge sell-offs. You probably have a ton of people underwater on it and they're loving life right now. But if it really starts to get, it's gonna show up as a big gainer. Other people notice and then they buy in and they're like, oh yeah, it's number one on top mover on Coinbase right now. Isn't that funny? But honestly, it could drop back down to $16 in no time with a ton of profit taking. So I have no regrets, but I do wish I bought it. Honestly, I don't know how much I would have deployed to it. So any questions? This is perfectly normal. We don't like to see it. It does ruin momentum, but it's what happens. My advice is to keep accumulating dry powder. Do what you need to do for that. You guys are lucky. We're all in this early. I never left since the beginning. Why would I? You lose a little enthusiasm in the depths of hell for years, but I never leave. I certainly didn't want to make content. I started making content when I saw us getting a little bit bullish. Hey, buddy. Last year, around this time, and I didn't want people to get screwed over, so I started this. I will be doing a couple reviews that I did before on some alcohol alternatives I don't drink. Been a couple years. Did a couple this year. I'm going to do some on one that I really, really like, hard ketones from Ketone Aid. I'm going to be doing one on Feel Free. Kin Euphorics, which are a joke. True Kava. Maybe that's it. But especially on hard ketones and Feel Free. One is definitely better than the other. Though the other one makes you feel something different. But it could be a little scary for people who have addictive tendencies. I do not. Don't like to see my portfolio down 300 grand from where it was a couple days ago. That's never fun. We've had enough of that crap. But I'm going to do those videos for the healthier side of my channel. If you're new here, subscribe if you would. I opened up an account on X after being asked for, 9 months or so. And whatever. Not really my thing, but I'll do what I can. Try to answer questions. You don't drink either? Yeah, the hard ketones is it. Why don't you drink, Monica? I'm 52. I loved it. Hated the way it made me feel after a while in regards to sleep and morning. And you just use it as a crutch. I'd never drink during the week. I was, your typical weekend drinker, but I went from drinking beer as a young man to drinking bourbon to drinking scotch and vodka and, the usual shit that you work your way up to. Wine, good wine. It's all a lie. Once you're away from it a couple of years, you don't even think about it. But, there's things that people want for maybe a mood enhancer or they have some anxiety. So maybe I'll do a couple things on CBD as well and talk about my daughter who suffers from it and CBD helped her, changed her life. A little bit of a crutch for her, but she does the work as well. But I'm here to help if anyone needs any questions on health, diet, alcohol issues, drug issues. Now, I'm not a anti-alcohol or anti-drug person at all. I believe you should do what you want. And I also, every now and then we'll have a gummy. What's going on, Joe? Hot sauce, hi. Yeah, same here. You're 59, okay. Yeah, so you looking for, do you do anything were you ever a drinker? Creepy trail this time of the year. Yeah, it's a little one. It's a different trail that me and my wife and one of my kids run in the summer mostly. We had a lot of rain overnight. So this one, isn't as bad, yet it's still not concrete or asphalt. So a little easier on the 52-year-old joints, 52, and I run a 5K every morning. So trust me, my knees and my ankles, I'm a little guy, so my knees and ankles do pay for it a little bit, but not too bad because my diet is so anti-inflammatory. I'm able to do that every day. You should not be. Before I went vegan, I couldn't run. I could run, but it was a joke. I worked out with weights more, and no one wants to see a 5'6" guy with jacked arms. Looks stupid. But when you eat, fuels you. Look at that squirrel. A long time ago, I would drink wine back. Yeah. It's all load. It's all, I won't go into that now, but it's all kind of a scam. And I had someone who I used to work out with. He was much older than me, doctor. He'd say, it's all a scam. You'll learn one day it's all a scam. And I would stop drinking 3-4 months, starting January, because December, the whole month of December, I would drink every day. I was on vacation. I would always take the month of December off. So having a little alternative every now and then that's not alcohol is, does something to the mood. Not that I'm trying to escape reality, but every now and then something that kicks me in the ass, like caffeine. I didn't drink caffeine forever until about 8-9 years ago. Man, that's my favorite drug. Hello, Jaluve. Glad to see you. My diet needs to improve, though. Monica, let me know how I can help with that. Watch What the Health on Netflix. You have Netflix? Watch What the Health. Watch Food Inc. Watch Game Changers. Go to my channel. There's a couple things on there, but that's more animal stuff. Watch the Gary Orosky speech. Or ask me questions. First thing you need to do is eliminate dairy. Go for there. Start there. Recommended that isn't about peeling eggs of weird games. Hey, Genesis. Nothing wrong with drinking if it's moderate. No. Hey, I'm not against drinking. My wife drinks. She drinks wine. I was a big drinker my whole life. I loved it. But once you get older and you find out what it truly is, and I'm not lecturing, this is just me. I'm all for it. If you find out what it is and how it's kind of a crutch for when you get stressed out, or Friday night comes along for me and it'd be like, I can't wait to have that bourbon or that scotch, I have a, $10,000 bottle of bourbon in my AA church. And, I have 3 of them sitting unopened. Those are going to be saved and sold 20 years from now. It just becomes kind of a crutch for parties or whatever it may be. And it did not agree with my health after a while, meaning heartburn, bad sleep, and it's kind of a poison. It's what you dip your tools into before surgery. It is alcohol. It's ethanol. So this hard ketones I'm going to review and talk about, and I already have. You can see a short video on it. Does not get you drunk. They take out the ethanol in it, and it's ketol and kethohol, whatever. And it's a slight buzz, and it gives you some interesting effects in regards to some of those effects are there. If you want to be in the mood with your wife, get you there. If it chills you out, you can't have a lot of them either, 2 or 3, and they're very pricey, so you're not gonna. For a 12-pack, it's $80. So, but I'm all for legalization of everything. I'm just not for drinking and driving, which I used to do as a young kid. You do have Netflix, yeah. Just watch What the Health, and let me know your thoughts. I'll answer any questions on that. That is my passion. Crypto's lovely. I want to make people financially free, like I am. But what good is financial freedom if your health sucks? I've helped a ton of people with heart disease and so on and so forth. I'm not going to push that. But if anyone needs help listening to this, I'm here for that. I promise. No dairy, Jamie. No. Breast milk from a 15 to 2,000 pound species, another species, and there's fecal matter in it, and there's somatic stem cells, which is pus, and there's blood in it. Plus estrogen, mammalian estrogen, progesterone, all this stuff that you do not want to drink. It stimulates IGF-1, insulin growth factor 1, which you need from other things, but it stimulates so much, causes cancer, asthma. You get rid of dairy and you have asthma, within 3 months, it's almost gone. You could have horrible asthma, it'll improve it. But you have to open up your lungs a different way. Not smoking. Trust me, get away from breast milk. Us vegans, we have soy milk and almond milk. If you want the creamy stuff, Almond Breeze has extra creamy almond milk. It's delicious. But who drinks a glass of milk anyways? I mean, it's gross. I never liked it, even long before I was vegan. Yogurt's coagulated breast milk. Cheese, you should check out The Cheese Trap by Neil Barnard on YouTube. The average American eats like 35,000 pounds of cheese a year. 35,000. Intermittent fasting and eating less than you burn, always the best way to stay in shape. I've been intermittent fasting for, 12 years. My first meal of the day is anywhere from 1 to 2 o'clock. Gigantic salad and grains. It could be rice, quinoa. And it's not a lettuce like iceberg lettuce. It is a serious salad. And I mean, it's got like 20 different things in it. I got beans, I have lentils, you name it. I mean, it's unreal. Tahini dressing, it's my first meal. My body just loves me for it. And to lose weight, you have to get your body into ketosis. I disagree. That will work. I did that long before I was vegan. I used to, ketosis is nothing more than called the Atkins diet, the carnivore diet. And you do not need that to lose weight. I actually think it's, not a good thing. But I don't want to get into a debate about that with you. But my wife, who's trained dietitian, I got a twice kidney stones from doing the carnivore diet long time ago. It does work. You will lose weight. You will feel better because you're not eating the processed crap. But it burns fuel from your brain that you need. You need carbohydrates. You just don't need fucking Triscuits, which I love. Wheat Thins, which I love. Sugar, which we all love. Flour, which is sugar, basically, which we love. That's how the body uses it. But I'm 52. My cholesterol is like 132 at 52 years old. Everything, I just had my blood work done, is off the charts. You'd think I was 20. But you're correct. It is one way to lose weight. You will lose it, but it's disgusting. And if you're talking the carnivore. I just don't fully believe in ketosis. It does work, though. But burning ketones is, it's good if you fast. You want to do a 30, 45-day fast supervised. You have to be in ketosis. And if you do that, that should be temporary and supervised. You will start curing autoimmune diseases. Another thing, if any of you have autoimmune diseases, let me know. Dr. Brooke Goldner cured mine. And she has cured RA. Dr. Brooke Goldner, you can look her up. If you have autoimmune, you have RA, you have lupus. She has lupus, had lupus, cured it 18 years ago. I drink like a gallon every 2 days. Okay. Looks like I need to wean myself off, pun intended. Are you being serious, Jamie? Do you really drink a gallon of milk every 2 days? Where are we going? Where in the world are you looking at right now? What do you mean, Sammy? Market-wise or where I'm walking to? I'm walking to my car. Okay, please stop. If you're drinking it because you like it, it's kind of weird, but I get it. We've been raised thinking that milk came into being because 10,000 years ago when we domesticated animals, none of the animals you guys eat, cows, pigs, chickens, they've been manufactured. They've been manipulated, right? There's no such thing as a cow or a chicken or a pig. They're all domesticated with the ox and, into these domesticated type of animals. Sheep are not even the way they were at once. They're not supposed to make the wool that they produce. Cows are not supposed to make cows used to only produce milk when they're forced. They don't actually have sex. The bulls, the males, are jerked off to get their semen. Literally, a guy jerks them off, or a machine gets the semen. Then they stick their hand in the ass of the cow, female cow, Holstein cow, and they hand in their ass, hold their cervix, inject the semen. And it used to be that they could only give milk. Now listen to this. Only give milk after they had a baby, like a mother, right? Women don't produce milk when they're a month pregnant. Well, that was no good for the dairy industry. That means their cows were off market for 9 months. The genetic engineers came in, gave them a bunch of growth hormones and other type of bovine hormones. Now they can produce milk all year round. So you do not want that. All the hormones in there. We have, if you're doing it in cereal or your tea or your coffee, brother, almond milk, extra creamy almond milk, we'll do it for you. That's not necessarily healthy either. You can make it your own, or you can get the one that we get with when we make ice cream. We use extra creamy, but we typically do the unsweetened one. For cereal, it'll be good. I promise you. I was just having a discussion with someone in my class about meat substitute recipes. Have you ever tried the jackfruit pulled pork recipes? Yes. Thoughts on meat substitutes? Wonderful question, Sammy. So note this: there are some meat substitutes that are healthy, the mushroom ones, but they're high like meaty. Meaty is amazing. Meaty, MEATI, unbelievable. They have made out of mushrooms. They have a breaded chicken one. These are fake. Yes, they're substitutes. Non-breaded, and a couple carne asadas. Unbelievable. Those are the healthier ones because they're made out of mushroom, but they're high in salt. Nothing you should worry about. The meat substitutes like Impossible, Beyond, and all those other ones, they're not a health food. They're healthier than meat though, and they're not causing harm directly. There's some harm caused, in this field if you plow it, right, for my vegetables. And I don't just eat salads. I eat vegan junk food. Guess what? Oreos are vegan. You're going to kill animals in there, but they have time with the combine to at least escape. Yes, there's pesticides. There's all that shit. So being vegan is not about being perfect. We try the best we can, right? Just like I just don't pay someone to kill an animal like I don't pay someone to kill a human. The meat substitutes are freaking awesome. They're just not a health food. Some of them are. My wife makes healthy ones. Out of jackfruit, definitely a health food. They're getting better, but it just doesn't have the mouthfeel like Impossible. Trader Joe's. If you have a Trader Joe's by you, their meat substitutes are unreal. They have a beefless grounds, unreal. My wife makes a lot with TVP, so and most of the cheeses kind of suck, but my wife makes homemade. We get some. There's a Myers. You have a Myers grocery store. Their brand, the True Goodness, unbelievable. I'm going there now to get some Parmesan. Plant-based butters, no problem. Country Crock. It's not a health food. It's made out of oils. But it's still not causing harm. Less, directly. And it's healthier with fat and all that other stuff. But it's high in salt. It's just, it's a processed food and it's not a health food. But shit, it tastes good. My wife makes the most incredible burgers. You can't even imagine. You would not know the difference. Morningstar just brought back their rib sandwich. You could say, oh, vegan, why are you doing this? I didn't give up meat because of the taste or the texture. I gave it up for two reasons: health, but mostly the animals. I've seen it all. I've been in the slaughterhouses. I've been on the farms. I've been everywhere. I've seen it all. They're all babies, even and adults. Cows are slaughtered from 4 months old to 2 years old. They can live to 20. Pigs, 4 months to 6 months old. Chickens, 8 weeks old. 6 to 8 weeks old chickens are when they're slaughtered. Enough of that. You're welcome, Jamie. Anything on that, I'm happy to help. Go to my site, watch the videos, the Gary Roski speech in Dominion. I drink almond and coconut milk, Joe. Nice. Nice, brother. Yes, raised very rural with every snack and meal. Understood. Understood. I'm not judging you. I was there. I'm not judging you. It's the way we were all raised, man. I wasn't even breastfeed. They were told, our mothers were told, I'm 52, we're told to formula's better. The doctor said that. The doctors also recommended cigarettes. You can't go to doctors thinking they know what the hell they're doing. They're not taught. My wife taught doctors nutrition. They were only required 2 hours to become a doctor taught on nutrition. You ever been to a doctor and they've asked, hey, what's your diet like? No, usually the doctor's fatter than you are. And smoking cigarettes and eating steaks. Cardiologists who are supposed to help you with your heart, they're number one with heart disease out of the medical profession. I was just having a discussion. Let's see, what have I missed? But no worries, Jamie. You can wean yourself off, literally. Ben Gano. Yes, I heard in China they give their meat, animals, and vegetables technology. Interesting. Thank you for the info. You're welcome, Jamie. Anything. I hopped on here to tell you that I finally put money in the market, bought Avalanche and AIOZ, a couple. Really, Joe. Nice. It'll come back. This shit will come back. We're just, it's a healthy squeeze out right now. It'll come back. Okay. Promise you. Do you bring substitutes for your pets? Great question. So I call them domestic animals, right? I've rescued them. They are not vegan. I have 2 dogs. They should be vegan. But look, I was pretty forceful when I became vegan with my family. My wife was the hardest one. It hurt our relationship. We've been together for 1,000,000 years since we were kids. And she's a big cook. And I was pretty forceful. Not demands, but went through a rough patch. And so she was the hardest one to convince. And so I'm not here to make animals vegan. I'm here to make my brothers and sisters on this planet, humans, who can speak vegan. So my wife takes care of the food portion of that. She's vegan, but it took her years to see the way. And she had to change, she makes like 6,000 cookies, Christmas cookies, 50 varieties a year. She had to learn how to bake vegan and make cheeses because after a while, I just wouldn't have it in the house. I was pretty rough because I was so disgusted of my contribution to it. So I felt like I needed to make amends. So they're not long-winded answers. I know I do ramble, but it's not an easy just 2-sentence answer. So they're not vegan, but my wife takes care of that. I'm just happy to have my wife vegan and to see the light. Now she was always an animal lover, but she was like, the animals are treated well. Some of them are treated well. She would never eat veal, yet she didn't know that the dairy industry is the veal industry, meaning every dairy male cow that's born, the female dairy cows that you see sometimes outside, they're mostly inside in sheds. The dairy cows, if they're female, they get put in line. They don't even get to breastfeed off their mother. They get the colostrum, and then the rest of the milk goes to you guys and the rest of the people who want to breastfeed. Every time you drink a glass of milk, a baby calf doesn't. So the females go in line to get raped, and that is what happens, and the male cows either get hit with a hammer on the farm, or shot in the head, or just thrown in the garbage, or they're put in a crate in the veal industry, locked down for 4 months, and then their throats are slit. And I've seen it. So that is the veal industry. I digress. Let's see. Joe can't stand coconut mushrooms for meat subs. Yeah, you gotta try the meaty though. Meaty's pretty good. But if you don't like mushrooms, you don't. My wife doesn't like mushrooms, but she likes meaty. She hates mushrooms. But congratulations, Joe. You're gonna do great. But my dogs could go vegan for sure to round that out. It's just I don't want to burden. My wife and I have come a long way since that. She resented me for a while, and it's come around. So I don't want to ruin it by turning our dogs vegan. I'm from Sydney. No Trader Joe's near me. Okay, Sammy. How much harder do you think it would be to go from vegan to raw vegan? Very hard. Being raw, which I've done, I did it to cure my disease, my autoimmune disease, because that's the protocol. You have to go raw and eat a certain amount of vegetables and flax seeds and omega-3s. Not fish oil. Fish oil, omega-3s don't come from the fish, even though you eat the fish for it. It comes from seaweed and other things. That's where the fish gets the omega-3. It is difficult because you'll go through withdrawal from cooked foods. You'll miss the texture, but there's a ton of stuff raw you can do. I don't think you should go raw. I think people should be, 50, 60, 70% raw, but I'm not. I don't want to give up grains, even though they're inflammatory. I don't want to give it up. Too many other foods. But to go raw, you can easily do it if your mindset, not easily, it'll be difficult. But it can be done. And if you're ever interested in that, I can hook you up with some good sites on people doing that. But I just don't think it's necessary. It's a withdrawal. Your body will go through serious withdrawal. Your body will go through withdrawal being a meat eater. When I went from meat eater to vegan, even though I used to do it I would go plant-based every 3-4 months to get my health in check after my drinking in December. At one point my cholesterol almost got to like 300. I went plant-based for 3 months. It dropped to like 170. And like I said, I'm 52 now, and my total cholesterol is like 132. It's unreal. Godless Chinese, but you're the man, Brody vegan. Crypto. Nice. Well, no, they're not godless. It's what can you do? I mean, they are cruel to dogs and animals, but we're no less cruel. They eat dogs and all that stuff. And if you look up the Yulin Festival, it's brutal. It's no different than the slaughterhouses here in America, everywhere else. There's no difference between a dog and a pig, in my view, even though I love my dogs. Pigs are smarter, actually. It's all right if you have no Trader Joe's. There's a million places. Sydney's getting better. UK's better, but Sydney, look up Joey Armstrong or Joey Carbstrong. Joey Carbstrong is his YouTube name. He's from Australia. He's an animal rights activist. How much will you give more moral points to robot than human on scale? Robot just eats electricity. Yeah, the robots are on their own. They can do what they want after they take over us. They're gonna milk us, right? Yeah, coconut milk's decent. Oat milk is nice. Yeah, oat milk's easy to make too, but my wife is like, screw that shit. She cooks every night. I'm almost at the car. Anything else, my brothers and sisters? Thanks for talking to me about the vegan way, but I don't like to be too pushy to my brothers and sisters, but if you ask me questions, I'm going to answer them. I don't judge you. If I judge everyone that wasn't vegan, I'd be a lonely, lonely man. I know nobody really in my area that is. I don't do vegan meetups. I mean, I'll do animal rights activism here and there, like outreach, where I explain it to people. But back to the market real quick before I go. 88K, we shall see. Don't fear this. If you got a lot of money and we could go lower. You're right. This week may end up a little funkadelic. We do not want to hit longs. I'm not a guy who says we have to, clear out the cobwebs for the longs below us. I don't believe that shit. But we do have to have a resting point to make our next move up, which is what we're doing. So get your dry powder. If you think it's a good time to DCA, don't be afraid to. We're in a bull market. We are in a bull market. Doesn't mean we're not going to have hiccups. We're going to have major hiccups along the way. This is just literally the beginning. We don't know what next week is going to bring. Don't invest more than you can lose. If you know you're going to need the money you're going to invest in 6 months, don't do it. Find a way to get more powder and invest that. Do not invest what you can lose. Do not take a loan on what crypto you think will do for you. Don't do it. Don't risk your security in life for crypto. If you have any questions to me, I'm here for you, brothers and sisters. New people here, welcome. Subscribe if you will. If you guys want to follow me on X, I don't know. I think I got 30 people on there, something like that. I'm not too witty, but I was recommended for 9 months to get on there, so I did. But I love you all. Be good to each other. Do something nice for someone today. Comment. I'm here for you all.